Intro, Marie Ascot, exploring silently. Let's go outside. Hambleden and Turville filming locations of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. Marie Ascot, subtitles for a commentary of facts in your language. Chitty Chitty Bang Bang seen here at the Brooklands Museum in Surrey, star of the beloved 1968 movie starring Dick Van Dyke. In the movie, the Potts family lived inside a converted windmill. This windmill is Cobstone Mill near Turville and Hambleden, Buckinghamshire. It overlooks St. Mary the Virgin Church, Turville. You would have also seen the windmill in Good Night Mr. Tom, The New Avengers, Midsommer Murders, Bride and Prejudice, Jonathon Creek, The Day of the Triffids, Little Britain, and Killing Eve. The Disney film Maleficent was shot just outside the village. The windmill was built around 1816 and used from grinding cereal. It was refurbished in 1967 just before the filming of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. The windmill was bought by actress Hayley Mills in 1972. St. Mary the Virgin Church is St. Barnabus in the Vicar of Dibley. The church dates back to the 10th century. What we see today is from the 12th and 14th centuries. The font 12th century. The vicarage next door is where actress Dawn French lived as her character in the series. The church tower contains a 13th century stone coffin. Turville is from the Anglo-Saxon name Firefeld for dry field, is recorded in 796. In 1871 there was the myth of the sleeping girl of Turville, who fell asleep for 9 years. The manor house at Turville Park owned by Lord Sainsbury. This pub, the Bull and Butcher, has appeared in Midsommer Murders as the Spotted Cow. The pub was built as a house in 1550 and only became a pub in 1617 to provide workmen working on the church with refreshment. It was originally called Bull and Butcher, a reference to Anne Boleyn's maiden name of Bullen. She famously married King Henry VIII, who had her head cut off in an act of butchery. Sir John Mortimer, writer of Rumpole of the Bailey, lived in Turville. The Chiltern Hills stretch for 45 miles and are an area of outstanding natural beauty. They can be seen in Chitty Chitty Bang Bang at the end when the car flies away from the windmill. There were 7 cars used in the film. Chitty Prime, Gen 11, was fully road-going, designed by Frederick Rowland Emmett and made by Alan Mann Racing. It is now owned by Lord of the Rings director Peter Jackson. The car can be seen driving through the village of Hambleden, which correctly is next village down the road from the windmill. I have aligned the angle as much as possible to the movie. No parked cars in the movie though. The tires were specially made by Goodyear's by a team including my dad. Special molds were created costing £10,000, £70,000, in today's money. They was disappointed by the lack of screen time this investment cost. Hambleden gets its name for the Anglo-Saxon for Crooked Hill. St. Thomas Cantilupe, the Lord Chancellor and Bishop of Hereford, was born here. The Elizabethan manor house opposite the church was built for Emmanuel, 11th Baron Scrope, who became Earl of Sunderland. It was also home of James Brudenell, 7th Earl of Cardigan, who led the charge of the Light Brigade. St. Thomas Cantilupe was born in the old manor house as well. St. Mary the Virgin's Church dates from the 14th century. Inside it has a large alabaster memorial to Cope Doyley 1633. Hambleden Mill and Hambleden Log also feature in Jerome K. Jerome's novel 3 Men in a Boat. It was a base for US soldiers in World War II before D-Day. As well as Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, you may recognize the village from The Captive Harp, The Witches, The Legacy, The Black Cat, Dance with a Stranger, 101 Dalmatians, Into the Woods, Sleepy Hollow, Nanny McPhee Returns, The Avengers, 1998, Band of Brothers, Agatha Christie's Poirot, Endeavour, Good Omens. Please like and subscribe.